me to look at pretty things, and I bet you're really excited for this one. Um, there's cozy things, there's pretty things, there's so many things, and I have lots of ideas for you as well. So let's dive right into this gorgeousness right here. When I saw these, so at first, okay, let me tell you this. At first, I only saw the pictures. I'm like, oh, well, it's another fleece. Don't we already have so many of them? And then I got the actual sample in my hand, and then the answer was yes, we do need it, because it is not just any fleece. It's a teddy fleece, but it's double-sided. So it has two sides of fleece, and it is stretchy, and it's gorgeous, and the answer is yes, you need it. So this fleece, so one side has this teddy boucle with the teeny tiny curls on it, and then the other side has like your polar fleece style fleece. So look at how nice and thick this is, and it's amazing on either side. So I am thinking all of the sweaters. Let me tell you, I've been at the mall recently for, Christmas gifts and stuff, and a lot of the stores have sweaters made out of this. We can totally make these. And look at the stretch of this. Let me see if I can. There you go. Look at this. So much stretch. Amazing recovery. So two-way stretch, and it is so cozy. You could also use it as a backing for a blanket. You can also just use it as a blanket, like just cut a 2-meter piece and call it a day. Totally okay as well. So many options for this. Hats, toques, mittens, mitten linings. This is going to keep you really nice and cozy. I have 3 colors here for you today, but I do know there are more coming. This sold out so insanely fast in Europe that I couldn't get my hands on all of the colors. But I know there are more on the even winter. Technically, it's fall, right? It definitely does feel like winter out here, but we all know here in Canada we're gonna need these for a while. So more of these coming. So I have 3 colors for you. This is the sagey color. Then we have this beautiful blue haze. Look at that. It's like a grayish blue. Oh, it's so warm, so cozy. I'm just gonna show you the other side again. So one side has the little curls, and then the other has the smooth polar fleece. And last but not least, I did get my hands on the Mimi color. This is definitely coming home with me because I need just like another half zip, like a nice Alex out of this. So it's like a flamingo bubblegum pink, the perfect shade of pink. And again, you have your smooth side and this, and I just want to be cuddling this all day. All right, so those were the fleeces. Now this one, I don't know if you had time to look at it and look at the pictures, but I think I had it in the stories when Hissa and I saw it the beginning of the year at the show in Cologne. I am so excited this panel finally came in. So this is probably the largest panel we've ever had, but for a good reason. So the length of the panel is 210 centimeters. So it's really long. It's longer than I am tall. And it is really wide. It's like 150, 140 wide. And I'm holding it upside down, but you get the idea. So this is, I think it's 100% cotton. Now I forgot to write that down. So it is a jacquard knit. So in the back you can see there's all of the colors here. It's nice and smooth and flat on the back. And then the front is brushed. And there are 3 measuring tape. It's called Long Story. How fun is that? There's 3 measuring tapes on there. And I have lots of ideas for you. So if you look at the pictures that we have online, there's somebody that made a cardigan. They made a cardigan that looks kind of like the Kareen. Just the Kareen has a longer sleeve. So if you want to make this, if you want to make it out of one panel, which I'm pretty sure you can, then you would have a multicolored Kareen. So you would have different parts on the front and the back, and you would probably have to piece the back. That's what they did in the raglan that they did, that you see in the pictures as well. They had a seam down the middle where they pieced it. Now the raglan that's shown online is in one color only. I am pretty sure they used 2 panels, so they would only get this color. But I think it's so much more fun to use all of the colors. So now if this seems like a lot of thinking and placement for you, which I think is absolutely worth it, because as a sewist, I think we all should have one of these. We also prepared something else for you. We prepared scarves. So there's many ways that you can do it. So one is this one, which is all, each side is a different color of the measuring tape. And because it's 2 meters 10, like, look at it. This is the entire panel. Like, I can wrap this around like 3 times and super cozy. So this would be the shawl if you wanted to do that. And our wonderful Mimi maker Catherine made these for us, and then she hand stitched this with, oh, she put the thread here for me, with this. It is the Madeira Decora. That's the number 4, so that's the thicker one. Number 6, sorry. Decora number 6 in color 1599. So Decora is it's a thicker multi-strand hand embroidery thread, or looper serger thread, and she used that to do like a sashiko type running stitch on the edge, just so that the seam lies flat, which is really, really nice. So this is number 1. Number 2 is you can just hem it. So this is the other panel, and then she just turned over the edges on this one in here. She did also say that she used, in order to make it easier to sew, because it is a stretch and you want your edges to be really nice and flat, she did use this tape, which is the edge tape interfacing, and you can see it has like these little these little threads in it. Do you see that? So it has these little threads in it, which really stabilizes it at the edges before you sew, and that makes it stay nice and flat. She also did use some basting glue. She said she did use the Roxanne one, but you could also use any of the other ones that you have, just to, this is a temporary glue, just to base the edges, because she really wanted to make sure that this stays nice and straight where she did the double it, and use lots of pins. But it's totally worth it. So if you did this one, you could make 3 shawls like this out of 1 panel. Or you can back it with something else. So if you still want to get 3 shawls, Catherine chose a couple of solids here for you. So this one would be a really good one, because this looks just like that color. Look at that. It's almost the same. So you could use this one, which is a jersey, a swathing jersey color number. It's the Vanessa color 1937. Would be a really good match with any of these. And then you could make 3 with a backing to make them a little bit thicker. I also found this French Terry, also a swathing French Terry, which is similar to this, but because on the lightest one you can see some of the red and the yellow, it shows up a little bit different, but it will look amazing with any of these regardless. And this is the swathing Maike Melange Almond 1173. And if you wanted it as a ribbing, the 1173 would also work if you're doing a sweater that would require a ribbing, but for the careen, you actually don't need it, because it's just hemmed. So that would be a really fun one. I love this one. I'm gonna as presents for people. Like, I think that shawl would be amazing. I'm so obsessed. I need to now let my brain move on from this. All right, moving on to the next thing. There is a rather large collection. Oh, sorry. There was one more that she definitely wanted me to show as well. Is this one. This is one of our French Terrys that are, what is it called? It has a name. It has a name. It's like a, but this is a printed color, where you have like not a solid color, but it's more of a, almost like a watercolor. Woo! I'm taking the house down. More of a watercolor printed. So this is a French Terry collection that we have, and this burgundy also works really well. Maybe my lovely assistant that just came in, maybe she'll figure it out. It's 9256. Hisai is the product code, and then she will let us know what this collection is called again, because I didn't write it on the bolt, but it will look absolutely fantastic in that. Next up, there was one more Alpine Fleece that I have here, and I did bring some scissors so that I can open this up for you. And the colors gorgeous. I think that this one you could even wear with your shawl. So look at these. You have these sand colors and a little bit of the pink. This is a total Mimi color right there. And then boom, warm Alpine fleece. And the back, so cozy. Love Alpine fleece. Love my Alpine fleece sweaters. They're just so, so warm. So now if you're looking for ribbing for this, almost the same as for this shawl. This one I really like because it almost has a little bit of a pink undertone to it. So this is the Poppy Organic Ribbing color 57. But you could also do this one. It's a little bit lighter. This is one of the swathing ribbings. So this is the Heike ribbing color 1010. Would also work real in that. Ooh.
Brushed French Terry watercolor.
It's called Brushed French Terry Watercolor. Brushed French Terry Watercolor. I feel like we need a name for this. Like, I love it when we do names for these collections. They're so much easier to find, and then the search terms on the website work better. But I will make sure to put it as a link in the newsletter tomorrow so that it's much easier to find. Next up are, there's nothing to cut open. Okay. I'm already prepared. But the lovely assistant made an appearance. We all love to see the lovely assistant beside. So was it last week or the week before? You know, the amazing hoodie dress assembly line in the faux denim and the urban jegging that I had, which we still haven't photographed because every time I'm going to photograph it, it's either so cold that I really don't want to do it, or like right now, it's in the wash because I love wearing it so much. But if you remember it, and you were one of the people that was said the blue kind of got out of stock a lot faster. Like, I thought that people would embrace like all of the colors and want to do the burgundy and the green, and so everybody liked the blue. So I have something for you. There's two collections here in denim colors. Number one is the one that is very similar to the urban jegging. So this one is called Denim Jersey. And the idea is the same, just these are some real denim colors. Real denim colors meaning it's like the indigo blues. So this has that same look of as if it were a twill denim, if you can see that. But it is a knit. You can see the stretch. So this would give you the same exact look and feel of the dress that I made. And there's three colors. So this is the darkest of the three. And they're really heavy, so it's hard to lift them all up at the same time, but I lift the last two just so you can see the difference. And then there's a light and a medium as well. So light, medium, and then the dark one. And they all have that, like, it looks like it's real denim. They did such an amazing job at dyeing this, but these are all stretchy. So whether you want to make that dress, or you want to make a sweater, or you want to make pants, these are going to be amazing for that. And then you may wonder, what is all of these other ones that also look like denim? It's another level of coziness because this is French Terry in denim color. So it's our Denim French Terry, brand new, 4 colors. So not just the light, medium, dark, but we also have the indigo, which is the darkest. But it's probably going to be the hardest to see. So I'm going to start with the light. And you can see the difference really is that you can't really see a twill texture in it, but it does look like a really well-loved pair of washed jeans, doesn't it? And it will still work for this dress beautifully. It's going to be, I want to say, a smidgen more cozy because it is a French Terry. And I'm already dreaming of, and I know it's early, but think of when you can actually wear t-shirts and t-shirt dresses. I swear I had one of those once upon a time in like a black denim look dress, just like a t-shirt dress. And then the sleeves are just, oh, can I show this? The sleeves would just be hemmed like this. As like a hem on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, jogger, shorts. All of these things will look so good. So I'm definitely dreaming of having that for days where it gets warmer, or just for layering right now. Oh, I'm gonna layer it right now. Anyhow, we have 4 colors in the Denim French Terry, and I'm not sure if this is a collection that they will be bringing back, so I stocked up to make sure that we have lots of it. So lightest color, and I'm actually just going to try and point down here. Whoop, I just made a mess. So that was the lightest color of it. And then these three, oh my goodness. These three are the other three colors. I'll actually just take this guy off so that you can see. So this is the indigo, dark, medium, and light. Light in the French Terry. All right. Woo. Now I need to get this back in, and you just, I just paused it, pressed the wrong button. I apologize, but we're back on. What was the next thing I was supposed to show you? So many things. The new yarns. Dolce. La Dolce Vita. Who doesn't love it? I always love these Italian names because it just makes me feel like a little bit more La Dolce Vita. I mean, that just says everything. And this is my favorite color. And I'm so happy that I got it because, you know, sometimes I order colors and I don't get the ones that I want because they didn't have enough for us. But this came in. It's my absolute favorite. So we have a rose undertone, or like as the main color. So this is a non-plied. It's just two strands, like loosely twisted together. But then you have this gorgeous yellow and this brick color and the blues, and they're like, this really reminds me of an like Sicilian landscape. I'm just getting carried away, but you get it. It is, and this is 100% merino. 100% merino. There you go. And there's 4 colors, and I'm gonna show you 2, and you're gonna ask, why is she only showing us 2 if there's 4? Because I still have a lot of boxes of the Lana Grossa that I need to unpack, and I found these 2, and the other 2 are still in the depths of all of the squishy things that I want to savor looking at. But there are 4 colors, and I will find them before tomorrow. This is the purple with more purple and blue. So gorgeous. And we have 3 patterns that we've listed for this, but of course you can mix and match with your own personal favorite. So number 1 is just a combination of knit and purl stitches, and then you get this really beautiful coloring. So you can see you always have one of the undertones, and then you can make in 2 widths if I am not mistaken. Let me look at the pattern itself. Oh, wrong page. Wrong page. So there's 2. Yes, there's 2. There's one with a 60 centimeter circumference, and there's one with a 66 centimeter circumference, and the finished pattern is 35 centimeters in height. Of course, you can make adjustments to this and just make it longer or shorter. But if you're knitting it to those sizes, you would need 2 skeins of the smaller size and 3 of the bigger. And again, super coziness factor, and this is going to knit up so quick because you're knitting with 12 millimeter needles here. And last but not least, another pattern we have found, and I wish I had printed the other picture of it, but which is so beautiful. And you have like your bell sleeve, you know what I mean, bell shaped. Is that bell, or is it onion, or is it tulip? Balloon. I think that's the one. Balloon shaped sleeves, really gorgeous. You have a little bit of a cowl, and then at the front you have that massive cable, like a really simple cable, but with this yarn, so good. I want to mention some other things just because I'm so excited about them. I want to make sure that you know these as well. So this is my knitting bag of at least 5 projects that I have on hand. One that I actually finished yesterday, finally, in the right length. Look at that. My cuff is the correct length this time. Are these mittens, and this is a free pattern by Tin Can Knits. It's called the world's simplest mitten, and I finally finished it. So this just takes 2 skeins of the Basta yarn to make these cozy mittens, and they're so nice. I love them. And for kid sizes, you actually just need 1. So that's that. Just wanted to show you I can actually make it in the right length as well, and then be nice and cozy. So 1. Number 2, on the little sequins. You know, like I've done the big ones. Now let me get through all of my things in here. All right, so I've done the big sequins. I really wanted to cast on the little ones. The little sequins, the Glamour. You can see like they're on the string. How am I going to do this? On the string, you can see they're more evenly spaced, and you get a lot of the glitter. And I've also been wanting to make the Sophie Hood. I've made a lot of Sophie scarves, but I really wanted to make the Sophie Hood. So I think I just found the perfect combination. So I am pairing my Glamour with more Basta. So I'm trying it with the white, which is color number 1, and the silver right now. And I knitted up a little bit of this so that you can see. So not only do you get all this fluff, and like in person, this is so much better how you can see those sparkles, but doesn't this look like snow? Like, isn't this the prettiest thing that anybody that loves snow-themed something has ever seen? I think this is going to be, ooh, I'm just going to get caught on my, I think this is going to be so absolutely cute in the Sophie Hood. So according to my calculations for the Sophie Hood medium size, because I want it nice and long enough to wrap around my neck, I need 6 of the Basta and 6 of the sequins, and I can't wait to try this. And the nice thing, because you have the Basta, you can't actually feel the sequins, because the Basta is going to be against your skin, and the sequins are so small, they're going to stay in there. Now, if you did it with the bigger sequins, which is still going to look beautiful, you might feel 1 or 2 of those larger sequins, but I think this is so nice. And because I went down that rabbit hole, I wanted to see what other combos could I make. Of course, there's endless combos, and they don't have to be always matchy colors. I think you can do a nice heathered look by mixing some other, like the green sequins or something in there. Actually, the really light pink sequins would look nice in this one as well. But here's another one. I just had to cast it on, and I cast this one on as a Sophie scarf, but it will work as the Sophie scarf and as the Sophie Hood. But the Sophie scarf is knitted with smaller needles. So this one, like, look at these colors. Ah, isn't this so good? I mean, please let me know if I'm crazy here, but this is these 2 colors. So this is actually a different yarn. This is the Alpaca Lungo in color, oh boy, do I still have my sleeve? Right here. Alpaca Lungo, color 13. And then this one is actually listed as like the mulled wine, I think. And it clearly is more purple, but it's mulled wine. So these 2 together with a 3.5 millimeter needle will give you this for the Sophie scarf. Now, if you wanted to make the Sophie Hood with this one, you would have to hold 2 of the natural Alpaca Lungo together, which is totally fine as well. It's just you can see that this is a lot, it's a lot thinner than the Basta, but if you held 2 Lungos and 1 of the sparklies together, you could make the hood as well. Just wanted to show these colors. So good. And one that I pulled but did not cast on yet, but totally dying to do so. This one. So this is also the natural Alpaca Lungo with, so color 19. And then this one is color number 5. So this one, I'm thinking you can either do it like this, or if you look really close, can you see? Oh no, my camera doesn't pick up on that. There's like, this is not just like a royal blue, there's also purples in there. So I think this could also look absolutely amazing with this one to really pick up on these purples in there. It's so hard to see in the camera, but I think either of these will look absolutely amazing. So I hope that maybe some of you will also get some ideas of what you would want to combine, but I'm definitely trying to knit up my Sophie Hood as fast as possible so that I can show these to you. Other things, what are other things that you needed to know? Oh, this one. I don't know if I showed this off last week, but our Mimi maker, Courtney, made this on her circular knitting machine, and it is the coziest cowl on a super cold day. So this is so cozy, and she made this with Alpaca Royal, Royal Alpaca, other way around, Royal Alpaca, which is probably the highest grade alpaca that you can find, because the Royal Alpaca is actually baby alpaca, but baby alpaca only from the belly of the baby alpaca. So it's the softest of the softest, and this color is just, look, my blue eyes really stand out in this. So clearly this is now mine. in the Royal Alpaca, this was done on a circular knitting machine. So it's just a circle and then she sewed it together at the back. But of course you can also knit that by hand. But how cute. So cute. And last but not least, I just wanted to remind you that this one right here, if you have not done it yet, the night pattern that you can find on Ravelry in the merino chunky, no, vintage chunky, that's what it's called. Vintage chunky is an absolute must. And you need about 12 skeins of this. You can mix and match and go rogue like Hisai did, where she just switched color whenever she wanted. So right now, if you put any 12 skeins of the vintage chunky in your cart, or you buy them in store, you do get, how much off do we get? 20%. If I can read, that helps. 20% off until the end of the year on 12 skeins or more of the vintage chunky. So 12 is what you need for this. So I hope that many of you will make these. I'm just going to put all my shawls on today. This shawl, this one. Oh yeah, I can't forget this one. It's shawl time. Thank you so much for watching. And we will have one more Fab Friday next week. So you'll see me next week, Thursday. And then that will be it for the year. We're open until December 23rd. That's our last day that we're in store, that you can come shopping and that we're shipping this year. But the online store will always stay open. So thank you so much for watching another episode of Mimi Goes Off Script and tells you about all sorts of things. And all these will be available tomorrow, Friday, December the 12th. Bye.